Before we start the video, I just want to say how some of you commented on my last video about how bad Jagex's servers are, saying that the issue instead is my internet and I should get it checked out, basically putting the blame on me. So it felt extra good that 24 hours after I uploaded the video, the servers crashed once again and hundreds of hardcore Ironman lost their statuses yesterday. I guess it was my internet connection once again that caused it. I'm sorry guys, it's extremely disrespectful of me letting you guys lose your hardcore status. It won't happen again, I promise. Also, Jagex, if you ever need my help to fix the servers, all I can say is I'm here for you. I just wrote my first lines of code ever for a video I made about a week ago and I would call myself an expert in coding. So just call me and I'll fix the servers myself. The price is £1, but I'm gonna leave some wiggle room for negotiations, give or take. But until the servers get better and I can get back to playing my hardcore Ironman, I wanna tell you a story. And this story I'm about to tell you is without a doubt one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in Oldschool Runescape. And it encapsulates perfectly how ridiculously far some people are willing to go just for some gold pieces in this game. Today we're gonna talk about a person who not only fooled thousands of players in Oldschool Runescape, but at the end walked away with hundreds of millions of GP. Meet Jacob1117, a noob who was frequently in World 309 Grand Exchange asking help from experienced players. Now, in hindsight, you can already probably see what's gonna happen here, but at the time, he seemed extremely innocent, and why wouldn't you help a guy with Defense Amulet and Rune Claws? So, the day is February 11, 2021. Jacob went to GE as usual, asking for help. Is there anyone who can help me defeat Pandos here? I want his armor, will you help me? Don't do it, Jacob. Don't do it. I go fight him. So brave. So brave. The original poster found this so funny that they decided to also screen grab it and post it on Reddit on the same day. And the post absolutely blew up. I kid you not, almost 20,000 Oldschool Runescape players upvoted the post. Obviously, some already saw through the post, thinking no way is Jacob an actual person in this game. But I'm gonna be honest with you here. Even I genuinely thought he was a cute noob, and looking back, all I could think is how the heck did I not see this? But in my defense, he wasn't just asking for GP like all the other beggars do these days. All he wanted was directions to Pandos God Wars, to kill it himself. And for the people who say there are no stupid players who will believe this kind of stuff, have clearly never been to Winterdot lobby before, because my god, that place is an entirely different universe compared to the rest of the Oldschool Runescape. So when you tell me there isn't stupid enough Oldschool Runescape players to believe Jacob, I am politely gonna have to disagree with you here. In any case, the Reddit post blew up. People were rushing into World 309 to help Jacob out on his adventure for getting the Pandos armor. And within hours, Jacob already went to Pandos with max players, all for one purpose: to get good drops. This guy is actually having fun, with over 1,000 upvotes. There goes the bravest man I've ever known. Even the original poster says, yeah, I just gave him 600k and wished him good luck. And here is the best part. The top comment on the original post is this: in before he gets Pandos assets on his first kill count. It was meant as an innocent joke, that's all. And I kid you not, I kid you not. Do you wanna know what happened to the team that took Jacob to Pandos for the first time? They got a freaking Pandos assets on their first kill count. I can't believe this, absolute fever dream. Jacob1117 is the only thing really keeping me going these days. I'm witnessing a dude have one of the best days of his life. Let's freaking go. Even more news comes out. It turns out that people are giving their Pandoses to Jacob just to celebrate this awesome event. He gets a split for the initial drops, he gets gold from the original creator, people give their Pandos sets worth millions of GP to Jacob. He's at the top of the world right now. People are throwing out high fives. I mean, for some it was the epitome of Oldschool Runescape. There is even a petition with over 10,000 upvotes asking Duradel, the highest Slayer Master in Oldschool Runescape, to be replaced with Jacob1117 character. I am thoroughly enjoying this Jacob content. I wonder if this guy even knows he's famous. And he keeps going and going and going. There is no brakes on this Jacob train. People gather around to celebrate Jacob. Hundreds of people in few days trade up items. Everybody is in absolute bliss of this guy. And do you think this is everything? You think this is as far as we're gonna go? No, absolutely not. This is just the beginning. There was memes about Jacob. They even made a fan club in honor of Jacob. Man, if I had this much clout, I would be invisible. And just when you thought things can't get any more crazier, a freaking Jagex moderator shows up dressed as Pandox General in Grand Exchange, the exact place where Jacob was looking for friends. Now at this point the legend of Jacob has reached even the furthest points of Gielinor. People in Winterdot stopped being racist in honor of Jacob, PK stopped screwing my mother in honor of Jacob, even people splashing in Ferak's enclave stopped attacking those poor rats for a day just to admire Jacob. Okay, I'm reaching a little bit here, but you get my point. If the world was an oyster, Jacob would be the pearl. I'm not kidding when I say that during those 48 hours, about 40 posts out of the 100 on top page in Reddit were about Jacob. This dude became a cult leader without even knowing himself. But like with all good things in life, at one point it must come to an end. Not to be dramatic here, but this is where our lives get turned upside down. Sorry. This is just too ridiculous. Reminder, all of this happened about 2 years ago. And now, 2 years later, you might ask, where are we with the most loved old school Runescape player, Grievous? Well, let me fill you in, my dearest subscriber, and if you're not, please consider subscribing as it feeds my family of 7. My 2 wives, 3 kids, a dog, Chira. Okay. It's only me, but I think I made my point very clear here. Firstly, in the 2 years since the incident happened, he has trained 0 skills to level up, meaning most likely he has abandoned the account. Okay, sure. We all get burnt out sometimes, especially when taking on the General of Pandas. Doesn't mean he scammed anyone, right? Well, secondly, and I know this will make me sound like a crazy tinfoil hat RuneScape player with 0 free time, and to that I say, just because you're right doesn't mean you should say it out loud. So secondly, through the intensive research, which was about 10 minutes on Reddit, I found out that indeed he was most likely a member of a bigger clan and used this scheme as a scam to gain hundreds of millions of GP in the span of few days. The most likely scenario here is that Jacob offloaded all the free items he got during those hours and moved on to a new account to do the same exact thing. Now, trust me, there is nothing in this world I wish more than getting more information about once beloved Jacob, who turned into S-tier villain, but the scam was so well thought out. He had 0 public presence, and it all just got so out of control to a point where even Jagex was aware who Jacob was, and within 2 days when the heist was completed, he most likely just logged out and was never to be seen again. Am I sad to hear that? Yes I am. Have I been furiously laughing about this for the last 3 days while writing a script for this video? Also yes. Yep. But I guess at the end, the Oscar-nominated movie Batman will always have the most valid quotes that also work for RuneScape. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a Jacob 1117. And it's true, Jacob has now become the Joker of old school RuneScape. Honestly, posting about Jacob should be bannable offense at this point, said one random guy. Everyone who found the meme of Jacob funny should be permanently banned from this game, says random guy number 2. Why even stop there? Straight to jail, I say, says random guy number 3. And with that, the legend of Jacob died that day as truly one-of-a-kind Ocean's 11 heist, but the RuneScape version. Jacob got away with hundreds of millions of GP and is likely using his knowledge of those glorious days to scam more people in the present. If you enjoyed this story of Jacob and one of the most clever scams in old school RuneScape, please consider subscribing as it really does help me out. But until then, I will see you in a few days with another video. I love you all very much. Bye. Mwah.